Hello everybody, I'm Rob here from Average Hobby, and I want to do a quick little opening. So you can see in the background, I'm in the middle of putting the Space Marine version of the Leviathan all together. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox this little thing that I got. So this, removing the plastic wrap real quick, I think. Tape on the other end here. Showing that I haven't opened this up beforehand, because I found that that's actually a complaint a lot of people have for some reason. But yeah, so this is the Plydolex. It's like a plywood paint rack. So here we go. It's the pigment inks storage organizer. So this is the assembly instructions. Very nice. So if you were smart and you knew your way around laser cutting, there you go. The measurements aren't in there, but yeah. So, ooh, hold on. Oh, it smells so good. See, so it's just simple, really thin plywood, nothing crazy. Let me turn the brightness up here. Okay, it's nothing too crazy. It's very nice though. Very feels. It's got this one had like this piece has a little bit of a bend to it, but not too much. A little bit of laser burn there. This is obviously one of the outer edges. Very nice. This looks like it's the parts that lock in the shelves. Not too sure. It might just be a support. Yeah, you can see like every now and then there's like little bits of, oh, that's way out of the, well, camera's really off today. There's like little burn marks. I don't know if those come through just because of the sheen. Yeah, there's like little laser burn marks. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Right there. This looks like they could be hidden very well. The actual shelves themselves. Look really nice. The grain on this is ridiculous. Yeah, what they're using is veneer sheeting, it looks like. With then a piece of ply in the center. Yeah, very nice. Gotta admit, I'm actually more impressed now that it's in my hands. And there's one piece with the actual logo on it. Wow. Wow. Base supports, side supports. Okay. I believe that is the punch, or the overall support itself, for putting parts together. A lot of people have noticed putting it together are missing these all together. Let's reposition the camera a little bit here. There we go. Came with little stands as well. I don't know if I'm actually going to end up using them or not. Another main plate. This is the same main plate from before. There's another one. I'm assuming this is just a support plate. Or those are the shelves, because there's actual shelves that come with this as well. So you guys will see this in the next part of the video, where everything will be put together. Here's more of the scenes and more burning as well. Burning is unfortunate, but I mean, when you're using a laser to cut wood, and then these are some of the pressure fits. Well, more of the actual shelves as well. So this is just one inside here, by the way. The shelf is 2 parts, I'm assuming. And the last level. There we go. Yeah, quite a bit of plywood actually. Yeah, so there we go. So what I'm going to be doing over the next part, between this part and the next part of the video, is just simply putting it all together. And then I'll show you guys in the next part it all put together, and I'll put all my paints on it. It shows, I think it's 100 and, I can't remember, it was 105 paints, which is way more than I need. But it also holds paintbrushes and a few other, and it's got 2 drawers for stuff. So I've also got another rack coming in the next couple days that I plan on using for paintbrushes specifically. So, but yeah, so there we go, the Plydolex Pigment Ink Storage Organizer. Yeah, so it's got enough room for 100 and something paints of the Vallejo/Army Painter size, 2 drawers, an upper rack where you can put some extra storage. Comes with these little plywood holders here, but overall, not too bad, not too bad. So it looks like S2 and 1. S2 and then, just number 1. Okay, cool. So it just actually has pretty simple instructions, it looks like. It shows you using the tool to put it in place, which is nice. You can actually see through it if I do that. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put a little cut in here, and when I come back, it'll be put together. And then I'll start putting things inside it, and then the third part of the video will be it completely full of crap before I put it away, where I can start storing stuff. With that in mind, see you back in a few minutes. And welcome back to the completed version of the Plydolex. What's this called again? Pigment Ink Storage Organizer. You can't see because it's kind of, yeah. I've got the light blind today, but this thing is so big that even when I turn my light off, it's just sunlight. That's just the sun. So sorry about that. Overall though, it's actually pretty nice. A few issues I had with putting it together. The first one was just trying to situate it properly. You actually need a lot of room to put this together. I'm going to tell people to, if you can, put this together, for example, on a kitchen table. It doesn't weigh that much. I think it weighs like maybe a couple kilos. Maybe 1 kilogram, maybe 2. Americans, you do your own math on that one. It doesn't weigh that much. It's pretty light. It is a little movable. I might come back in and hit a couple of these spots over here with wood glue. You don't need wood glue. Extra spots because of the drawers. The drawers are okay. They're just, you know, not a big deal. They catch here though a little bit, which I'm not a big fan of. Other than that, I mean, they're open to the dust at the back, so they're not going to keep things dusty. I thought there was a piece of plywood that went right across the back, but there's not. Overall, though, the paints fit in perfectly fine. I thought the drawers would be tall enough to put in my primers, and they are not. So I'm probably going to put a lot of my Citadel paints. Oh, not. They kind of fit on their side a little bit. I'll probably put my Citadels up there. One thing I do need to mention, you might have to grab a drill for this. Only because me personally, I realize that I have a big issue here. And that is that all the little spots for the paintbrushes are circles. Most people, that's not an issue. I, on the other hand, have Army Painter. Triangular based paintbrushes. So they only fit in the first one. That's it. So yeah, I was contemplating whether I wanted to give this thing a paint job, but I really like the way the wood looks. A couple things I needed to do was turn a couple of the pieces to get rid of the laser markings. Some of them I wasn't able to, but because they cut everything on one side, we kind of lucked out a little bit. I was a little worried about this one with the logo on it, that they did any laser cutting on the other side and not this side, but yeah, pretty good. You do have to do that, like I said. You have to make sure that, you know, anything with the laser cutting goes inside or down. Nothing faces up. I like the finish, though. It mostly happened with the punch-outs. With these punch-outs, the little keys there that lock in all the arms in place, they peeled the plywood, because what they've done is it's some sort. I think it's a maple veneer, and then there's plywood in the center, and then another piece of maple veneer. Which, I mean, I have no problem with it. Even said in the description. The problem is that the veneer, it's not finished. They looks like they've sanded it, but it will pop. So here in this piece, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. You can see it right there in the center. Let me get the light on. Maybe you'll be able to see it then. Yeah, right there. You can see it when I have something in the black in the background. Bring it up a little higher, right there. Some of the veneer will peel off. Luckily enough, that happened on this thing. So you can actually see right there where the veneer peeled. There's like what looks like a glue line, but it's actually just the veneer. The top piece of veneer peeled off. You actually see a lot better. There we go. So you can see the veneer on the top and on the bottom, and the generic, I'm assuming, is just press board or something in the middle. But yeah, overall had no issues really. The only issue, like I said, is on my part where I didn't contemplate the height of the drawers versus the height of my Citadel pots. So all my Citadel pots will just go on top here. And I didn't really think about the fact that the paint handles are small. So what I'm probably going to do is take out one of my drill bits and just go in and make them a little bit bigger. Or I'm going to get a paint holder. I'm probably going to get a paint holder, actually. That'd probably just be a lot better, because then I got my paintbrush holder in a different spot. Overall, this thing's tall. I had to actually move my camera out an extra 3 feet. So you get a bigger view. You actually get to see my son sleeping right there in the other room. with his mouth gaped wide open. But yeah, so what I'll do is in the next video, I'll actually have everything piled up, put in here, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to have it all set up. And we're back. Okay, so here we go. Boom, done. This is all put together. A couple things that kind of stuck out to me. The first one is if you have Army Painter brushes or any non-cylindrical brushes, they don't fit in the holes because all of them are just your standard circular small. Unfortunately, Army Painter or triangle, as most of you know, Army Painter being the triangle, these don't fit in any of the holes. They fit kind of snugly in the largest holes that they provide, so there's two options available to you. In that case, option number one is to drill out and make the holes bigger, or option number two, which is what I'm going with, I'm just getting a separate rack altogether for my brushes, just to make things a lot simpler. I was able to fit 97% of my Citadel paints, obviously up here along the top. I have put some in the drawer. I've got my white and black in the drawer, and one of my washes in the drawer. But they close pretty good. The drawers do catch on this little lip here, just because of the way it's designed. Actually, I'll get the empty drawer here. So the drawer itself has a bit of a lip, as you can see, right in through here, and it catches the lip along here. So, yeah, there's that. Other than that, pretty simple to put together. There were no major issues. There was one user error issue that was my fault, and I forgot the one spot, the very last one that's just a piece of plywood going across. For anyone wondering, I guess I'm gonna be able to show it this way. So what it is, you kind of see it better in the curve right here. It's two pieces of maple veneer with a press board in the center. It's actually not bad. Didn't have any issues with tearing. So if anyone wondered what tearing is, what tearing is this right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this light. You can kind of see it. It kind of looks like that little white line right there. Basically, it's a piece of the veneer that it's going over the ply, and then it just lifts up and tore off. You can actually see the piece if I go over where it's dark. So you can see the piece right there. So it tore out a little bit. Not an uncommon thing when it comes to ply, especially if you put a veneer on top. You're going to get a little bit of tear out here and there possibly. In this case, it was the only issue. I do like the fact that everything was cut on the same side, so any laser markings from it going from stencil A to stencil B were all on the same side, so you can just flip, make sure they all lined up, and you're good to go. Yeah, didn't have any issues putting it together. This is supposed to be like a little tool that helps you, drive in the little finger locks. These locks right here, you use this to drive in the part to lock it in. Didn't really have an issue. My one major issue with the design is this. It has a bit of a wobble. It only has one back support or back brace, and it runs along the bottom. There's nothing along the top and nothing in the middle. If I were a betting man, or if I could get maybe something of the same type of ply, would be to put one up along the top to lock it into place. Other than that, yeah. I do think it's funny, in the description it says this is compatible with Army Painter paints, but it doesn't point out that it's not compatible with Army paintbrushes. That's kind of a funny little thing. But overall, yeah, it fit everything. My kid kind of messed up a couple of them. But yeah, I kind of went with the Speed Paint Complete set. Little thing here at the back where it tells you all the names and whatever. I rearranged a few things. For some reason it puts the pink in with the pastels. I think it's because just the color kind of matches with these two. So I just put the pink up here with the pinks and purples. I've got all the metallics over here. My Speed Paint Medium, my one and only War Paint, which is just white. Then I got my colored washes. Then I got the washes with light, medium, dark, and strong tone there. Like I said, pastels there. The 4 skin tones. Yeah, overall, very, very good. Here, I will actually move the camera. A little behind the scenes here. And give you a better look, and we'll turn the light up because we're going closer. Overall of how it looks. So there's the little icon or the little logo there. But yeah, it's pretty nice. The everything sits nicely. Like I said, the big issue here is I have one extra Citadel that didn't fit in. Other than that, they all felt pretty good. The drawer, good. Other than that little lip issue, quality of the ply is pretty good. Yeah, so there you go. With that in mind, we'll reattach you onto my little thing here. And I will say thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're looking for more unboxings and things like that, you found the right channel. I appreciate you watching. Could have been watching anything else, but you were watching this, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next unboxing / review video. Bye-bye.